guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be the intro that I use to film my entire makeup collection, okay? So this is going to take a lot of work on my part, so I hope you appreciate it. But basically what I'm going to do is film all of my makeup collection in parts. I think there's going to be probably about 10 videos that go up. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them all up in like a span of like 2 weeks, or if I'm going to put them up like one at a time, but by the time you're seeing this video you will have figured that out. I am going to be recycling this same intro for all of the parts simply because there's a couple of disclaimers that I want to put out there. I'm sure most of you don't need to hear these disclaimers, so you can like fast forward if you want, but honestly some people need to hear it, and yeah, so I guess that's the most environmentally friendly way to do it, right? It's totally not me being lazy and not wanting to film 10 intros. So for this particular collection series, there may be a few things here and there that I decide to declutter. I did a very ruthless declutter back in December, so I don't think there are a ton of things in my collection that I'm just needing to get rid of. But there could be things here and there. I'm thinking especially in like the palettes, the lip products, there could be things that I want to get rid of. So if that's the case, I will be decluttering those, potentially to friends or family that are interested in them. Please don't ask me to mail you used makeup. That's kind of weird. If there's anything that's unopened that I decide to declutter, I may send that to a friend who's just learning how to use makeup, or potentially donate to a shelter in the area, which is what I've done in the past a couple times. Yes, I am a makeup addict. No, I am not in rehab. No, I'm not going to rehab, and you can't make me. I do have a ridiculous collection. Nobody needs this much makeup. You don't need this much makeup, but I have it because I spend a lot of my fun money on makeup, and I am a sucker for packaging. So I probably have 200 very similar looking palettes, but the packaging is different, so in my eyes they're different. Who knows? Some of the stuff I may swatch, some of it I may not swatch. It's kind of hard to say. Yeah, but I'm filming this in the beginning, and I'm going to be going up to start filming this collection hopefully later today. So if I can get all of the videos filmed today and then edit them and slowly release them, that would be the best thing for me, I think. So yeah, I thank you so much for watching, and let's go ahead and get into the video. This first one is one of the Too Faced collection. These are from many years ago. I bought this simply because of the name. It's the Ross and Rachel collab. Sorry, you can see my shirt there, but that's totally cool. From Friends, and I just thought that was such a cute idea. I don't know that I may you can kind of see the colors there. The pink is finally like softening out a little bit, because the problem that I had with it before is that pink just scared the hell out of me. So I may keep this and try to start using it, but before I just literally got it because the name Ross and Rachel. Okay, this is the e.l.f. duo. It's a really nice e.l.f. duo. I took it on my honeymoon actually. What is it called? Fiji. I think I'm going to get rid of this one because I don't ever reach for it compared to some of the other things that I have, and I feel like maybe somebody else could get some good use out of it. The next one is the Wander Beauty Trip for Two. My aunt actually got this in her BoxyCharm box, and I wanted it so bad, and I did not get it in mine, but she was kind enough to send it to me, and I have been doing some digging in this palette, so you can see that I really went for it with some of the shades in here. I do really like both the blush and the bronzer in here, so I will continue to use this. I'm definitely keeping. This is the MAC 2018 Christmas palette. I really like the highlighter in here. This bronzer hit hard pan almost immediately, so there's like barely any color that comes through on it, so I need to go through and try to fix that. The blush is nice, but this highlight is what I keep this for. Okay, this is the Wanderous Dusk to Dawn palette. It's got two kind of blushes. This one's more of luminous blush, and then it's got this highlighter. It's a little deep for me, but I do enjoy it, so I'm going to keep it for a little while longer and see if I get any more use out of it. Okay, this is the Kosas Duo in 8th Muse, and it is a cream-based product, highlighter, and blush. I got this on a recommendation from our Jam Beauty 89, Jessica Braun. But the actual shades in here, when I got it, they were kind of like weird. Like this one had like some bubbles in it, so I wasn't sure if that was normal or not. So I did go ahead and use it, but I just don't love it. Like it slips around on the face so much. I'm definitely letting this one go. This is the Smashbox Cali Contour Palette, a March Beauty Word recommendation. These colors are absolutely beautiful. I'm trying to get like there's a good color match for them. I really love using this palette. It's great for travel, definitely keeping. I don't know why I'm talking about all these like I'm decluttering. I'm not actually decluttering. This is a collection video with occasional declutters. This is the palette that came with the Lorac and Pirates of the Caribbean palette. This is the face part of it. These highlights and the blushes here are so beautiful. I think this is supposed to be a bronzer, but it's pretty light. I really love this palette. Definitely going to keep using it. This is the BH Cosmetics Glowing in Grease palette. It's super peachy. I don't get as much use out of these two shades, obviously, but these four, I'm here for it. This was a gift from one of my lovely friends, Emily. Hi, Emily, if you're watching. This is the Becca Après-Ski palette. It's really nice. I do really like using these as blush and bronzer, and then I usually mix these two together to become my highlight. And then while we're on the Becca track, this is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill palette, the original one, which I got for the Champagne Pop. I do really like digging into these as blushes as well. This is a nice warm toned blush. I will be keeping this one, but I will not buy anything else from Jaclyn Hill. I don't want to get, you know, tetanus from a lip gloss or something. This is the Too Faced Natural Face palette, which I got in a Boxy Luxe, and I got it through the pop-up sale. I was so excited to get this. It smells amazing, and the colors work really nicely. These two highlights, this one shifts more of like a greenish gold, and this one shifts more of like a pink, so you definitely have to be a little bit careful with what kind of looks you put them with. And then the bronzers you have to be very gentle with. Super pigmented colors, but I do really love this palette. This is the, what is this? This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Volume 4. Definitely a nice palette. I don't know that I would repurchase any of those palettes because the highlights just aren't highlighty enough for me. The blushes and bronzers, though, are really pretty, so I do continue to use this one. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach. I fought like tooth and nail to get this because I waited in line when it originally launched. I do really like this highlight a lot, and the blush is nice. The bronzer barely shows up. I don't know who that bronzer was made for, but these two shades are nice. Then I have the Tardiest Pro and the blush accompaniment. I have the Tardiest, I don't know. It's the highlight and blush, and then the blush bronzer. I don't use this cream product at all. I tried using it once, and I did not love where this went direction-wise, but I do use this powder occasionally. These highlight shades are really pretty for my skin tone, and I do like the blushes. You just have to be very gentle with them. And then a couple more here. I do have the Colored Rain and Power collection. If you've never watched Power, shame on you. Number one, you should go watch it. And if you've never tried Color Rain, again, shame on you. You need to go try them. This is the highlight and blush duo that they did. This is in the shade Damage Control. Some of this stuff goes on sale like 50% off, so definitely consider picking it up if it goes on sale for 50% off. I do really like this one. And then this is like my perfect travel face set, and it has blush, bronzer, highlight. This is the Hamptons Weekender from Tarte. Oh gosh, Thank God nothing broke. I use this a lot for traveling. If I'm going somewhere with my husband, like for the weekend or something, this is nice and small and fits in my travel makeup bag really easily. So this one I have not even used yet. It's for a deeper skin tone, so I think I'm going to go ahead and donate that, or I may see if my one friend who's just getting into makeup would like to try this one. Again, because I haven't used it, I think she would get some good use out of it. This is the one I tend to use the most because it has more of this like bronzer shade, a blush, and a highlight. But these two look really nice for like spring, summer. It's more like peach leaning, so I do want to give this one a try. So I'll probably declutter this one and then keep these two. I did find a couple of singles that I depotted from Physicians Formula. I have one of their blushes, and then this is the original butter bronzer that I have. This is probably the deepest, like, almost pan that I've ever hit. I don't know if you can tell, like, how deep that I got into it, but I'm not really supporting Physicians Formula anymore, since they decided to, like, do all the shady stuff they're doing. So I think I'm going to pop those two things out, clean out this Z palette, and then use it for something a little bit more interesting. Then I have two like bronzer palettes. I have the Nomad Cosmetics and Sydney Blathers palette. This is the Ipsy version that came through. There is a regular version that they're all in like one line. This is the Ipsy one, but I don't think there's any difference in the quality. This is a really nice palette and I do enjoy using it, so that's one to keep an eye out for. And then this one, the Park Avenue Princess, I really like this. On top of the fact that it smells like vanilla, I really like these shades for bronzing. And then I do sometimes use these for like a setting powder kind of thing. So these I really, really do enjoy and will continue to use. So these are the blush palettes that I have. This came in a Rach Loves beauty box that she curated, and I really do enjoy this palette. It's got a lot of really cool shades. And it was a little bit on the pricey side, but when you got it in the palette, in the beauty box, basically everything else came free. I do really like some of these like peachier and then some of these cooler tone shades. Definitely will continue to use this one. Beauty Bakery Cotton Candy Champagne. This is an awesome palette. These are all illuminating blushes, and they are on the deeper side. Again, this is a Black Owned makeup brand, so you just have to be a little bit light-handed, but I do really enjoy this palette as well. The BH Cosmetics, this is the Vanilla Cream Truffle palette, but they have a lot of these quads. I think there's like 12 of them maybe. These palettes are super, super nice. I enjoy kind of like running my brush through all of them and applying, but you can go in kind of individually, which I do sometimes with this one. For 12 bucks, very, very happy with this one. I would definitely recommend them. This is the Alamar Cosmetics Blush Trio. I do really like this one as well. Definitely leans a lot more peachy. I tend to go with this center shade because it's a little cooler, but these two are definitely very peach leaning. The formula and the softness on these, it's like the butter bronzers from Physicians Formula in terms of the softness. So if you like that texture, you would really like these. They did also recently release like contour bronzer palettes, so if that's something you're interested in, you should check them out, and they do them for a variety of skin tones. And then last but not least, this is the Milani. It's one of their little trios. This is the number 2 Rose Blush Trio Floral Fantasy. I do really like these colors as well. So I would definitely continue to use this one, and it's pretty decent for travel when you want a couple different options. So this is my highlighter palette collection. This first one was a free little gift with purchase at Ulta at one point. It is super, super blinding, but I have so many other things that I hardly ever reach for this, so I think I will pass that along to a friend as well. Oh gosh, where to even begin? This Vintage Cosmetics duo, it has sort of a like chocolatey color and a rosy color. I do really like these, so I am going to keep them in my collection and continue to give them a try. This Flower Shimmer and Strobe palette is so pretty. I wish it didn't have this big giant empty space where that stupid brush went and they would just release like this part. But these colors are so nice. I particularly like these two because they lean more champagne and pink toned. This Tarte palette, I definitely stick more up on this side of things, but it is really nice. Smells like vanilla. A+. This is the Ofra and Nikki Tutorials Highlighting Trio. It has Glow Goals, Glazed Donut, and Space Baby. And I really just got it for Space Baby and Glazed Donut. I don't really care about this one at all. But these two were so pretty. You can even kind of see that blue capturing. Love that. So very new to my collection. Definitely continuing to play with that one. This is one of the other Ofra palettes that I have. This they released around like Christmas time last year, Black Friday time frame, and it has pretty much all of their highlighters in it that are not like collabs with other people. So I really got this because I wanted to be able to try all of them without having to pay $35 a piece for them. So definitely a worthwhile purchase. This is the Rach Loves and Pixie highlighter palette. I like this. These are meant to mix in with either one of these and then you apply it to your face. I do really like the way all these look, and I like lace on its own as well. We'll definitely continue to play with this one. And then lastly, this is the Beauty Bakery Milk and Honey palette. The packaging is phenomenal, and I really do love this whole highlighting palette. I tend to stick to these two shades, but sometimes we'll mix in a little bit of this one or this one to try to get a more complete look. But this is a really enjoyable palette as well. Two more blush palettes that I came across in a drawer of new stuff that I'm trying. This is the Ofra Island Time palette, and it looks like this. It does have a highlighter in the middle, but the rest are blushes. I do really like how pigmented these blushes are. I got this, it was originally $40, and I got it down to like $14 or $19, something like that. And then I had a discount code and some points saved up, so I was able to get two of these palettes, one for me and one for my aunt, for less than $1 of my own money. So I felt like that was pretty impressive. And then the other one is the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Blush Palette. This sweet blush palette looks like this. Come on. I really love this palette. Not only is the packaging like absolutely 10 out of 10, but the actual shades themselves are really nice as well. So I will definitely continue to use this one. A couple more highlighting things that I found or came across. This set of highlighters right here is from Sparrow Cosmetics. They are an indie makeup company based out of Vegas, and they do some really pretty highlighters. The only thing is these are really like flaky. You can see there's like debris everywhere. The colors are super nice. Like, I don't complain about the colors. They're just very messy to work with, so they have their very own palette that I will probably never ever use for anything else. And then I have Moonchild palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, which I've just been starting to play around with. I do really enjoy that one. And then I do have these two from KVD Vegan Beauty. Again, did not purchase these until after they did the rebrand and kicked Kat Von D out. These two have very different formulas, so that's kind of interesting that they sort of promoted them the same way. I think I may depot them at some point so that I can get better use out of them, because these triangle palettes are super annoying to store, but they're kind of pretty. I want to thank you again so much for watching this part of the collection series, and I hope to catch you in the next part. Bye.